Hello guys and welcome back to EU4 with myself, Apex Ellis, as we continue our run of England into Great Britain. In the last episode we had a very small war with Aragon to take Malta here. So we've now got our island in the middle of the Mediterranean ready to strike out to Crete and to Cyprus. We still need to consolidate here, take Corsica maybe from Genoa, but that will give us a nice stay in the Mediterranean. In the meantime, over in the Caribbean we have extended. We have Puerto Rico and Aruba still colonising, and hopefully we will then start a colony here and be able to start getting some income. So without further ado, we're going to carry on with the episode, but before that, if you can leave a like, that will do great for the channel as it begins to grow. And obviously if you're liking the content and you want to continue with this journey of England into Great Britain and beyond, subscribe, leave a comment. We are looking for names for armies and our navies. At the moment you can see here we've just got Home Fleet, Lubeck Trade, North Trade, Royal Navy, which is just our exploration fleet, and the armies are the Mercian and the Blues and Royals. So any name suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's grab our umbrellas, because I don't know about you lot, but today we've had lovely stormy weather, so we need those umbrellas to keep us dry, and grab ourselves a nice cup of tea, and let's crack on. So I've been having a think about this one, and I think that we're going to go for a war with Genoa. They are allied with Lucca, Florence and the Three Leagues, but I don't think we'll have much to fear. We could just send in an army from Sassari, take out Corsica, claim it as ours, and then move on. And then maybe we too might get a very small famous general in the future. Irish nobles island seemingly now able to deal with their own rebel problems. Send the Home Fleet, which we will start creating some more carracks. We do also need to build some more shipyards. Which I believe we got State House there, workshop there. Get the Mercian Regiment. They're going to be our choice, I think, for the island conquest here. And if I remember rightly, I did say in the previous episode that we'd look at an alliance with Naples, although we've now got a Habsburg as an heir. So I think we're going to go for it anyway. We're going to go for the royal marriage with them. And who knows, maybe we might be able to seize something. Maybe we might get lucky and Ferdinand von Habsburg might die there. But let's just get on with this war. We're not going to mess about. They're all going to get involved, but that's okay. We're going to go straight into Corsica. And we're going to start with destroying the fleet of Florence, and we are just going to blockade, nice and easy. I don't think we're going to have much to worry about. They might Yeah, we'll keep every so often just clicking here. If we somehow manage to get a, you know what, I'm gonna base 1 tax United Colonies. We'll go for the quicker colony. If I can somehow start marching through France, then I know they've got open borders through to Milan. So let's not mess about. We'll send in the Blues and Royals, and they'll take over here. And the Italian minor states will regret their life choices of allowing me to march through France. So we're going to do one more colony. We're going to go for St. Kitts. That's going to be the last colony we're going to produce in the Caribbean. And hopefully the nation that will pop up from our colonies here will be the ones that take over going forward with that. And then the second colonist, which will be the one finishing Aruba, we're going to send, I think we're going to go here for Roanoke. That's where we're going to start our American empire. And hopefully we'll get a parliament decision. Coffee? Pooh, we're not having coffee. Not here. We'll go with sugar. Excellent. Good riddance. And it looks like that wasn't enough, so St. Kitts definitely then. And we will go to the Basque minority. See, I don't really want to go down there, so don't really want that one either. None of these are really any good. Colonize in any province in the Pernambuco area, but I don't think we can really get that. And I don't really want to build a castle there. Yeah. How's our loyalty looking? That's fine. We'll just take the hit. So here we go. So far, so good. War going exactly as we intend. Break down the walls. We can stop that. We're going to keep on Brittany. They're at war with France, Switzerland, Venice and Trent. Defend against France in the French conquest, and they were allied with Austria and Bologna. So that might be a big war. Who's Austria? Austria's got Bohemia as a junior partner. They're not the powerhouse that they normally are at this point. And just watching carefully how we're doing. Where have we built our? So we've kept it a bit Phoebe. I'm just going to start building them now. I've made sure that Portsmouth got its harbour first, and so did London, Barrow up here, and Newcastle. All got their ports before anybody else. You know, nice and Phoebe. We know they're the big navals. Scapa Flow up here, maybe. Maybe they could get one. But in the meantime, the war will drag on. But I don't see it dragging on too long because, in fact, look, it's already there. We can already take Corsica. I have no interest in this war beyond Corsica, so that's what we'll take. Send those back up there. And, oh, just give it a quick pause, just because we've got that done. And we'll just do that up to 5. And we're going to build Chester can get one of those. We'll get a workshop. We'll get a workshop. No, we'll go one of these. We'll go another one of these. And we'll get a regimental camp here, seeing as they can't actually have a naval one. And we will build a carrack in Portsmouth. Yeah, Portsmouth is there. Keep saying Portsmouth and then just have to double check. You'd think I'd know better. Which by the by, if you're ever down Portsmouth or down south area, I would highly recommend the Royal Navy dockyards. It is well worth a visit. If you're into naval history, being able to walk around HMS Warrior and HMS Victory it's quite inspiring. So we continue. Had that war with Venice in multiple wars. See, look, France are allied to them, which is a bit of a pain. However, while they're occupied with another war, we might get lucky. And might even help weaken them. Make that a core. Not that over there because we know it's not going to be anytime soon yet. Now, maybe we can get this back up somewhere. Get this to about 25,000, and if France are still at war, I think we've got a good potential there for a nice war that will weaken France. Aruba still going. One in 4 months. Puerto Rico, well, what does that want to do? So that's local defensiveness, naval force limit, and overlord naval force limit modifier. So that'd be quite nice. We do also have Malta. Looks like Aragon is falling pretty quick. So I don't think that the war with France is going to be doable unless we go with... It's a bit risky, that one. You know what, let's do it. Let's see if we can help in any way. And we could call in Portugal, we're not going to though. I'm gonna go for Crete. Will help Brittany take back their lands. Well, we get a spy network on France. Always nice to have a bit of a war with France. Feels like a very English thing to do, doesn't it? Especially during this period. You know, we're a bit bored. Let's have a war with France. It's what we do. See, look, even the French are coming at us. What a bit of a... What an argy-bargy. Brittany... Still at war. We'll have a defensive bonus there. But look, it's not going to end well, sadly, for us. No, that's not gone well at all. That's going to be a stat wipe, sadly. What did they go for? That's why they've gone quality and administrative. They've gone military. That's fine. It's okay. Unfortunately, which one was that? The Blues and Royals. Well, clearly that's not going to stand, is it? We'll get them back. This may not have been the war that we wanted, but well, I say we wanted a war, but it may not be as easy as we thought it was going to be. And so that's gone there, and I'm sorry, fish isn't good enough for our new colony. We're going to go with sugar. We're going to be sugar barons. And here we are, English West Indies, and we're going to make it a self-governing colony. So that's now done. And oh, would you look at that? They've already built there, so we're going to go for Chesapeake, I don't know. We're going to go send a colonist there anyway. And that now gives us colonise the Caribbean. Which will give us global tariffs plus 25% and native assimilation plus 25%. So we've got a fair while out of assimilation to go. The good news is, though, with that army gone, we're not draining the manpower pool. This will increase the demand for slaves. Oof. It's a bit hot topic, that. I'll take the ducats, though. Which then allows us to embrace colonialism. And we're done there. There we go. So we've got a French fleet there, just eyeing around. We'll need to monitor that just in case they get any ideas above their station and try a naval invasion. It is still just Portugal we can call in. So who are France at war with? They're also at war with the Ottomans. Now that's huge. That is huge news. That is definitely an advantage to us. And I forgot to do this, so let's just quickly settle a chance plus 10%. We'll go there. That's nice. Diplomatic relations plus 1. And that is due to this ability here, Secretaries of State. And we forgot to... that one in Glamorgan. And that's it, because we did just embrace colonialism, so we've not got unlimited funds. And the Ottomans want military access. We'll give it military access. So this is big news. This is the Ottomans will march now through France. And we're going to have the Otter Blob versus the Big Blue Blob. Battle of the Irish Sea. Oh, we've lost that. It's not good. Do need to monitor that. Divert resources. So King Henry, he's having his second war now. He's had his first war. Oh, yeah, this is actually his third war when I think about it, because we've had Aragon, we've had Genoa, And we're now Venice and France. Like a hobbit, one's not enough. Oh, I didn't send... I thought I sent him. As it happens I didn't, but that's good news, because send colonist. There we go. And we will improve relations with the English West Indies. And how are we looking on the subject? So 27%, that's quite high. But we do need to do some subsidies, I think. We'll just give them like five ducats a month, duration 10 years. And we'll give them... yeah, about that, that'll do. Yeah, minimum, we'll give them that. That'll give them some ducats. Which will hopefully then, they will then choose to expand. Preposterous, we don't listen to the nobility. Oh, look at them, they look nice, don't they? It's a nice model for them. Meanwhile, back over here... oh, the Ottomans have already taken that one. So, we'll send them back into there. And send a fleet north. Oh, that's not good news. We've got a rather large, well, say rather large, 7 stack. We've got Crete. We maybe spent a bit too long in the Mediterranean. We've not quite got the naval reach. We'll send a warship in here. This will delay it. And before it dies... oh, it did die. Sacrifice was probably in vain though, because by the time we get there they've probably landed, but that's okay. We'll have to build another one. And we'll spend 100 Diplo power. This playthrough definitely doesn't want me to have any Diplo power whatsoever at any time. And here we go, look, we're sending out another one. Foolish French, because the fleet has returned. And here we go, we can smash into this fleet. Well, apparently I can flow straight through it. Hello? We can have a fight? Oh, interesting. It wouldn't fight while we had the army in. Look, the Scottish are coming. Ah, look, this time we may have lost some a ship. We are not going to grant privileges. No favours for nobility. Captured ships 2. Oh, not the ships that I wanted to have captured though. We'll get rid of that one. And we will send this one here. Just let me pause a second because I've got too many in that one for my liking. So the 2 can join these, making that 5. He can go there as well. Right, let's see if the Mercian Regiment, or Mercian Army, can do better than the Blues and Royals. Build 1 in there. And that's it for that. And we will build another Carrack, seeing as we foolishly sent the other one off to die. Put those together. Austria still at war with France, Switzerland, Venice and Trent. Still at war with the Ottomans. There we go, took that. Took that back. And we will break down the walls of Picardy. Oh, we'll be able to do the Gold Act. So the next time we come to this, which is in 6 years, we'll do the Gold Act to increase our chance of finding gold. Global tariffs increased. How are we doing here? So they've not expanded anywhere yet. Oh, we've lost a general. St. Kitts has changed to coffee. Well, that's going to have to change, isn't it? We can't have coffee. We're English. We're tea drinkers. The spiffing Brit would be absolutely ashamed of me. Yeah, it looks like the knights have fallen to the Ottomans. That could turn spicy later down the line, because I believe that's going to be one that I'll want. France doing the heavy lifting for Venice. Obviously this is what we want when we complete the 2 colonial enterprise. So you can see here, look, we've already got 60 a year. We'll get 65 with the next one. That's obviously going to expand a lot quicker than the Caribbean colonies, which have been a bit of a slog due to the Pope not liking our choices. Taking Picardy. We can now go back to taking our lands back. And the Pope, yeah, has definitely fallen out of us. Look at that, minus 196, violating the treaty. Whoopsie. So we'll take back our northern French lands. Let's have a look at Naples, see how they're doing. They're at war with Aragon. And yeah, they've got a Habsburg on the throne. That's upsetting. I kept forgetting to marry an alive and that's on me. I kept saying it as well. Oh, that'll be a good one, and then never actually doing it. That is, I can see somebody that we don't want to deal with. Yeah, they're coming straight for me. I don't like that. No, 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 please go away, France. Although we seem to be getting some okay dice rolls this time, rather than the garbage we were getting before. He says, in famous last words. And that is... Never know, that's going to be another army gone. Yeah. Don't think they'll flee across the navy. No, they're not fleeing the right way. Yeah, that's going to be a stat wipe. Very frustrating. And of course that now leaves everybody a little bit rebellious. And... it's at 9. We need 460. Oof, well, what the Ottomans doing? Not an awful lot. See if I can just take Crete. No, doesn't look like it. And we will improve relations with Scotland. Hopefully that will bring down, spend some prestige. Yeah, that was painful. The Ottomans seem to have got so far and then just stopped. And Austria is just kind of not doing an awful lot either. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll get some burger loans. And we will build a new army. And need this army to perform really. So when you go the exploration, when you're going for the colony route, you kind of, your military gets put to one side, because obviously if you don't expand quickly at the start, Portugal, as you can see here, basically dominated the Caribbean, even with us getting involved, and Castile already going down here into Brazil. So you need to get the expanding, you need to get the expansion, but then that does leave you vulnerable to a France basically running roughshod over you in terms of military. See if we can get a better general, marginally better. He's a 2-star rather than a 1-star, I suppose. There we go. Cavalry coming in. And we've got the cannon being built up there. There's a big stack of Ottomans. Let's see what they're going to do. I bet you for some strange reason they never even look at France, and I bet you Venice goes, oh, I'll just give up straight away. Get to a bit of contest. So cancelling the Royal monopolies, and we are going to cancel them. Okay, it's minus 200 ducats, but the institution spread is plus 20% and trade efficiency plus 10%. And foreign spy detection, it's irrelevant, we don't really care. So we're going to cancel them. We'll take the ducat hit, but that's okay because the trade will more than make up for that. And of course it fell before we could build an army up, because, you know, France. So French troops are over in Bohemia, which gives us a chance now to come on. Stop them. Blowing heck. It doesn't want me to have ducats, it doesn't want me to have admin or diplo points. And oh, that is Austria declaring peace. What did Brittany have to lose there? So Brittany will cede Dijon, Brest and Savoy to France. So they've solidified their central. That is worrisome. So now we're going to hope that the Ottomans, the Otterblob, are going to be the ones that do the work for us, while we take advantage. So what are the French doing? Are they going to come back to northern France? Oh no, it looks like they're going to Venice, I think. Build another carrack. Not 100% sure what France are doing, so we're going to have to keep an eye on them. I'm not quite sure where the Ottomans are. It does look like they are moving up the Venetian lands. What we'll do first is just take these northern provinces. Then we'll retake Picardy again. Because it looks like the French might be trying to push back the Venetians. The Venetians? The Ottomans. Which of course is where we can build up some war score. Need at least 10 war score, okay. Don't worry, we'll manage. Just go to free speed for now, just while the French are preoccupied. And we'll just keep an eye on any peace treaties that come flashing up between the Ottomans and the Venetians and French. Yeah, look, there we go, the Knights are hitting them. Right, go to Picardy. Who are weeping for their men. Take Picardy if we can. Go to 4 speed. Just we'll see if we can finish this war off before the end of the episode. And we can now have our naval force limit expanded, which is good because that now puts us way below our force limit, so we're not going to be spending extra money. Oh, peace treaty from the Knights. White peace, we'll go for a white peace. Siege of Picardy is over. Take Artois. There we go, wait a minute. We've got 13%. Let's see if we can take... Oh, we can. That's nice. Let's bring this back. We don't... We spent more money than we wanted to, really, on this war. And we'll take... Liberty, Desire on other continent, -5% and +1 diplomat. So, as the final thing we're going to do then, we now know that we can declare peace. We can take Crete. We can take Crete. And can we get some ducats? Can we get 2 lots of ducats? Get 203, that's fine, we'll take that. We'll take 203 ducats and we'll take Crete from Venice, which then only leads in our expansion, Cyprus. So we'll take that piece now. This army put up some resistance, so it can remain an army under the newly gazetted Captain Sharp. So we'll call it Captain Sharp's. We'll just call it Captain Sharp's. And like I said, that's going to be all for now. We're going to end the episode there. We had a war with Venice and France, which did not pan out the way that I would have liked. We lost one of our armies. In fact, we lost 2 of our armies and had to build a new one. So maybe next time we will do better. We have now got the English West Indies, and we have started expanding into America proper. So, like I said at the start, if you can leave a like, make any comments if you want any names coming up. And obviously if you want to watch the rest of this series, subscribe to the channel and you'll see the uploads. But until next time, remember to keep calm and rule Britannia. Bye for now.